All right. Welcome to the inaugural Pokea Store Webinar series. My name, I'll introduce myself, is Kevin Kigima. I'm a co-founder of Pokea. And just a little bit navigation. You can post your questions on the Q&A tab. I'll also be conducting one or two calls just to sort of make it a bit interactive. And if you have any challenges with regards to my audio, just post it as a question as well so that I'm able to do that. Time permitting, I will be able to let people also ask questions because we would want this to be an interactive session as much as possible. Great. So I'll kick off. The first part of today's presentation is primarily to introduce Pokea and who we are, what we do, and then we will delve right into the meat of the day. By introduction, Pokea is a fintech that was founded in 2019, but really kicked off in 2020. We built the engine over a couple of months, and we launched in October last year, primarily as a result of what we saw happening with COVID. Why Pokea? Why did we do this? Pokea was formed as a basis to help African businesses, especially small and medium-sized businesses, achieve a level of prosperity. We've seen a lot of businesses set up, fail, but one of the things that we realized is in the next 10 years, businesses are going to grow because of online transactions. I like to tell my co-founder we are where M-Pesa was in 2007 with regards to online selling. People never took on Facebook when Facebook started in 2006, 2007, and now Facebook has 10 million plus odd Kenyan users. And that's where online selling is going to. And one of the things that online selling needs is an efficient mechanism for customer fulfillment. Customer fulfillment being, number one, how do you advertise? Number two, how do you convert the client, meaning your sales channel? Number three, how do you get paid for the service or product that you sell? Number four, how do you fulfill, i.e., if you're delivering a product, how do you make sure the client gets that efficiently? And then number five, finally, is how do you make sure the client comes back to buy your product? And that is the foundation in which we formed Pokea. We asked ourselves, okay, yes, everybody can do payments, but what is it necessary to take the clients through an efficient, easy payment journey, or what we call a conversion journey? And that gave birth to one of our products called Pokea Store. And Pokea Store essentially is an e-commerce platform that has been formed to make, one, your customer acquisition process easy, two, your customer conversion process easy, and I'll explain that in a moment, three, to accept payments easily, four, to ensure you have fulfillment, and five, to ensure you can get repeat customers. Let me talk about acquiring. Today, a lot of businesses look for customers across different platforms. You're advertising on IG, you're probably on Instagram, you're probably sending a lot of WhatsApp, you're in WhatsApp groups, whether it's the estate, you're doing word of mouth. Maybe some of you have been in the game a bit longer and have a website, an e-commerce website, but a lot of these channels are, for lack of a better word, fractured. So you recognize a sale on WhatsApp, somebody pays you M-Pesa. You recognize a sale on your physical store, maybe they pay you via M-Pesa till. You recognize a DM from Instagram or a DM from Twitter, you record that, and it's all over the place. Now, small and medium-sized businesses struggle with that. And that's one of the things we want to do. And that leads me to the first poll of the day, if you don't mind. I want to sort of understand a bit about the audience. So I will start two polls. One, do you have an existing business or you're still at the idea level, just to sort of know where we are. And then I will also start another poll that if you already have an existing business, do you sell a product or you offer a paid service? Please, if you're happy to ask any question, please just drop them in on the question tab as we proceed. Okay, now that's Pokea Store as an introduction, and that's Pokea Pay. So we offer a payment gateway, and then we layer that customer journey. So what does a merchant or a business need to get paid? We of course give you the payment gateway, and you are able to collect payments, whether it's M-Pesa, whether it's card. But what we've done is we've asked, how do we make sure you get paid? And that's what Pokea Store comes in. So it is an e-commerce platform. And I want us now to get to the second part of the presentation. And this is primarily pain points. Selling online is not easy for people. Why? Because if you want to set up a website, a lot of people have got crazily wild quotations. You go to a web developer and he quotes you 200, 300,000 for an e-commerce store, including a website. And that a lot of people get dissuaded and say, let me just start with DMs, create some small images and send them on WhatsApp. And that's the problem, where people start perceiving that online selling is difficult. How do I set up a Facebook page? How do I set up a WhatsApp for business account? How do I set up my Instagram shopping? And you don't know where to start. And Pokea Store is there today to ease that, because life shouldn't be that difficult. A lot of these things have been made for you to be able to start selling online easily. Now, let's look a little bit about the poll. Let me just see. I will publish the polls. I'll just give it another 5 minutes, but just continue talking about pain points. So one of the pain points is, how do I set up my store? The other pain point, of course, a lot of people see is the cost. The third one is, how do I make sure I'm able to fulfill my customer? What do I mean by fulfillment? And I'll use that word fulfillment quite frequently in today's webinar series. Fulfillment is, if I am selling a physical product, how do I make sure the client gets what they have bought? That's number one. Number two, what else do I need to make sure if you're doing delivery via motorbike on Doodle or delivery, how do I make sure that what he's bought is what he's gotten and is a happy client? Because that's one of the critical inputs for online selling, is making sure that whatever you sell, you deliver. We all hear about people not responding to DMs. If you see something you like on an Instagram page, you go into the DM, you write to them, let's say it's a fashion apparel, and you say, I like this dress. How much is it? Do you have it in size medium? Maybe the person who's managing the DM responds to you 3 hours later. And that already starts creating what I call friction in the buying process. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be something that is what you call a coordinated sales effort. If somebody makes a query on WhatsApp for business or on your WhatsApp, or if somebody sends you a DM, it should be a coordinated process for you to be able to sell these products efficiently. And one of the big products that, one of the big innovations that Pokea Store offers is also allows you to do inventory management. You may have the dress or the product, or if it is a phone, you may have it in color black. And in the picture, you have put gold, black, and maybe white if it's a phone. And you don't have the white or the gold one in stock, and the person has. You need to be able to quickly show how to do that. And that's one of the things that online selling presents is how do I make sure I've got an efficient fulfillment or customer engagement process? That's number two. Number three is maybe somebody makes an order and they like what they want and they want to quickly get in, pick what they want, if it's a restaurant, for example, and close the order and check out, because that's how you close sales. It should be painless on online selling. And sometimes if you don't have the right business tool, you will struggle with that. So I think let's look at the result of the first poll. All right, so let me publish that result. So from here we can see 71% of the people offer a product, the rest offered a pay service. Why did I do this poll? Because a lot of people assume that if you sell a service, you can't put it online. You probably won't if you've got a consultancy, if you've got a salon, or even if you offer, for example, DJ services, or even you do a fitness program, that I can't put my products online. No, the answer Pokea Pay allows you, and I will show a demonstration of a paid service that you can put on your online store and people get to pay you for a paid service. Okay, let's look at the second result. All right. Okay, so the second one was, do you have an existing? Let me just publish that result. Very interesting. So do you have an existing business, or you're still at idea level? One person is still at an idea level and is not sure how they want to start. Okay, so that's why we are here at Pokea Pay. We want to work with you this journey so that it's easy for you to set up whatever idea you want and to efficiently do it. A lot of people probably may be employed and have a side business. I should actually do that poll. And just to see how can I run my business and still do my day job. All right. Now we've talked about pain points and what is it that is stopping you, or do you have a current online store that's giving you challenges? I'll also do a poll on that. Let me just start that poll. Okay. All right. So that one I'll let it run for a while so that we can now go on to the second part of the presentation. Allow me to share my screen. Great. So I just want to show a little bit of statistics about e-commerce for small businesses. And this is statistics that are pulled from Google Analytics, from Facebook as well. It says that 75% of people, before they make a product, whether they're buying it from a WhatsApp or Instagram, or actually are going to buy it from a physical store, actually shop or research for that product online, 80%. So if I am looking for a gown or a pajama or a football or a gift for somebody, maybe a birthday or a Father's Day, you always end up researching for that product online. 36% of businesses globally don't have a website. 72% of small businesses don't sell online. Remember what I said at the beginning of the webinar. We are at a point, and I'll also take into account, I see we have some international audience, so I'll also talk about from a global perspective. We are at a point where online sales in 10 to 15 years will be the primary mode of commerce, and people will continue buying. Why? Because internet speeds are going to get quicker. The demographics that consume online products will get a lot younger, meaning that the younger population will get into a buying element, whether they get a job, whether they're self-employed. And a lot of them, because of the digital content that they consume, whether it is on social media, will gravitate towards making purchases online. It's very interesting that unfortunately there are no statistics, but a lot of people do e-commerce online buying. It is just that it is in structured mechanism. What do I mean? You WhatsApp somebody a DM, you take a picture of whatever they are selling, you ask them, they sell it to you, you pay them via their till or their M-Pesa number, the product is delivered to you, you pay on cash on delivery. That's actually an e-commerce because you didn't go to the physical presence. Some people prefer to also shop online but go and pick up the product. Okay? And a lot of reasons are given for why people don't sell online. They think their business is too small. They think their industry doesn't need to be online. They don't know, for lack of a better word, where to start. They think it's very complicated. They think it will cost you $5,000 or $10,000 or $2,000 to set up a store. They also don't have time to set up a store. And this is why we're having this webinar series. We want to present this opportunity. How can you differentiate your business by offering a fast and easy way for people to buy your products or pay for your services that you're offering? And then I also want to just disabuse some perceptions. One of them is people think that selling online is having an e-commerce website. It's not. People are now selling a lot more on social media sites. Where people consume social media content is where people are buying stuff. You can schedule appointments and services. You can sell digital downloads. We have a client using Pokea Store as an online educator, okay? And they are able to offer virtual classes and experiences. You can send marketing emails and promotional offers, and I will show that just now in the next section. You can run ad campaigns directly from the Pokea Store. You can offer multiple fulfillment mechanisms, either local delivery, which is you doing the delivery, or they come and do what you call in-store pickups. And then one other interesting thing, you can also accept donations and tips. So let me, we've come to the third section where I want to actually just do a demonstration of the Pokea Store, just to show you how it works, how it looks. This is the architecture. And then I will also just do a couple of videos to just show you a demonstration of how the product actually works. Okay, but before that, let's just look at the results of the poll. Okay, so let me just publish that result. So it's split between 27% think that it is complicated and you don't have time, which is okay. Another 27% also think that they are not sure it will work. And another says they all have online stores, but you struggle with that. So I'll not close the poll, so I'll just continue updating the different polls for people to see. And I'll start another one as I do my presentation. This is just about your own business. It's not entirely related to online selling, but just for us to sort of know what type of challenges do people have. All right, so let me just change my screen and come on to Pokea Store. So one of the things we pride about Pokea Store is we want to make your life easy. We don't want you to have a complicated setup with regards to starting to sell online. So allow me to just share my screen. Okay, so this is the Pokea Store. So if you want to create a Pokea Store account, it's very simple. Just put in your name, email address, and a password. And you just click next, set up your store, and it will log you into the what we call the control panel of your store. So for purposes of today's webinar, we'll just use our demo store to log in. So once you log in, just a minute. So once you log into your Pokea Store, this is your dashboard. The Pokea Store comes with both a web application and an app application, both on Android and Apple. And everything you see here, you can do it on mobile as well. The Pokea Store is based on three primary sections. You have store management, you have sales channels, and you have a configuration. The third section, which is a configuration, is primarily your setup page. So when you're designing how you want the store to look, integrating your payments, setting out your fulfillment, and I'll cover that, and setting out your settings, whether it's setting up your taxes or creating your invoice, uploading your logos, and that sort of thing. My profile allows you to, depending on the plan that you take with on the Pokea Store, it allows you to also set up staff accounts for your staff if you have. If you're running it yourself, that's no problem. So you will primarily be working on these two sections, which is your store management and your sales channel. Now, what do we mean by sales channels? Sales channels is Pokea Store tries to put everything together for you so that you're able to sell on your website, sell on Facebook, sell on Instagram, sell on the go offline, that's on mobile, so using your app, and sell on other channels. The store management is primarily how you manage your inventory, how you manage your marketing, how you manage your sales, whether it is orders, adding manual orders, or clients doing physical orders. Okay, so the thing about this, the Pokea Store, is it gives you a guidance. So this is primarily your route. So one, you create your account. The second part is you quickly set up your own online presence. What we do is we give you an instant site. So there is no need for you to, if you've already registered a domain, I will, in subsequent webinars, I will show you how to connect your webinar, your domains. If you would like to just start selling online and you don't have any website or that, not a problem. We give you an instant site. So once you do that, you just click done. So it's basically like a check-off button just to help you, guide you through. This is setting your regional settings, which includes putting in your country, your currency, how you want your language. Then finally, you come to how do you deliver your goods or services. And then once you set up your payment options, which allows you to accept M-Pesa or use the Pokea Pay checkout page, it's fine. So that just helps you sort of navigate in your setup process. Okay, so once you've done all that, it will show that you're 100% and you're all ready to go. So it's not necessary for you to set up everything at one go. If you just click on the login page, let me just sign out. So if you just go to the Pokea Store page, which is pokeastore.pokeapay, just click get started. It will lead you to the page. Just create an email and account, and you slowly set yourself up. You automatically get a free store so that you sort of learn how to navigate as well. So let me just log back in so that now we can just go through the sections slowly. Okay. You can see we are at 8:30. I like to keep time because I appreciate people's times are very important. So we'll try and make sure it remains an hour. So this, I am using our demo store. So it just shows you your dashboard. So here you can see how many visitors have visited your site, how many did product views, how many orders you actually received, your revenue, how many people actually added products to the cart, how many actually placed orders, how many people who started the checkout but never completed. And this really helps you from an analytics perspective at a very simple level to know what are people doing on your Facebook shop, how many people are visiting and that. From a design perspective, you just set up, it's very easy for you to test to see how your setup would look, how your store would do, and all this I will cover as well in subsequent webinars. And I really hope if you can join, because I want to help people sort of in their journey with regards to how to set up the layouts, how your store would look, how to connect your Facebook page, how to connect your Facebook, all that, and set up deliveries. So for now, let me start with adding a simple product. So you'd come to your catalog page, and I'll share this recording, so don't worry. And if I'm going too fast, please just put it in the comment section so that I can also take questions as we go. So this is where you set up your catalog and you can add your products. So we've added multiple different products. Some are services, others are bakeries, others are phones. So just scroll down here. So you can, if you're doing electronics, if your business is electronics, if your business is fashion apparel, we have a sample there, and I'll show you guys if you're selling shoes, for example. If you've got a restaurant delivery business, if you're running fitness, I'll give you an example. Just to show you how easy it is to customize your product. So we've got different categories of products. So that's how the catalog looks. Under my sales, this shows you how all your orders are done, and you can make amendments through maybe updating the status. Once you cite the payment on M-Pesa, for example, on your till, you can update the order as having been paid. And if you're doing physical delivery, the product allows you to do multiple processing capabilities. So if you're running a restaurant, you can update the order as processing. If somebody's coming to pick up the product from your site, you can update it, it's ready for pickup. If you're doing deliveries, you can do out for delivery. And once you've done the fulfillment, you can now easily update the order as that. And I'll show you a physical execution of such an order. Under marketing, you can now do, once you have established sales and you're now ready to start doing some more advertising. You can run promotions on Facebook or on Google as well. You can run you can run campaigns of people who have visited your site and maybe didn't buy. You can run discounts. You can create discount offering, and I'll show you how to do that as well. You can now get to the fifth part that I talked about at the beginning of the presentation about making people come back and buying more. So you can run campaigns via automated emails. I'll show you that as well. You can run campaigns using newsletters, for example. And this is now one of the biggest what I call USPs of the Pokea Store. To get to know who are the typical clients who buy from you. A lot of people tend to shoot their shot with as many WhatsApp groups as possible, and whether it is if you're selling maybe duvets, maybe you're selling home decor, or if you're running a furniture, or even you're running a food grain store. Sometimes you get overwhelmed and you wonder, oh, how am I going to get customers? It's very easy to set up a Google Analytics account, which is free, and just start tracking who are the people who visit your site, how are they buying, what's their persona, age, how frequently, the demographics, and I'll show you some insights on that. Okay, so you can, as I mentioned, you can set up discount coupons. So if you're running a campaign, you can run that. You can set up automatic discounts based on customer groups. So let's say under sales, it will show you all the customers who have ever bought products from you, and you can put them in groups so that you can run marketing based on groups. So let's say I have 5 clients who constantly buy every week or every month from me, whatever it is I buy. I can put them into a certain group and offer them automatic discounts for whatever it is they are buying. It gives you so much flexibility to create that loyalty and get people to keep buying back from you. Under the section of, sorry, I didn't finish the reports. So you could also do statistics just to see how people are buying from you. And this is an example of your statistic page. You can take custom range. So you can say the last 30 days, how is your store doing? I had 23 visitors. My revenue was 8,000 bob. I had an 82% conversion. That means that people who visited and people who placed orders. So you made 25 orders in the last. How are people buying? The average number of odd items they make per order is 1. What's your revenue per order? Maybe about 356. So this is just a sample. And what's your most popular product? It will show you based on the products you have. It also goes as detailed as where are people buying from if you have got an international audience. If you have connected your Google Analytics tab, and we'll capture that in subsequent webinars where I will help people who have Pokea Store accounts set up their Google Analytics to just see how are people buying, what's your conversion rate by channel, is it referral business, are people coming directly, did you get sales from advertising? So all this you will be able to do. Okay, so let's quickly move on to your sales channels. So you can sell the product on the app, and I'll just run a video on how you can sell on that at the tail end of this presentation. You can connect your Facebook shop. You can do Instagram. You can connect people to query for your products on Facebook Messenger. So they just write you a DM and connect all that. And all this will be integrated from the Pokea Store. If you're ambitious enough, you can add your Amazon. You can add your products on Amazon. I'll tell you a little secret. Amazon is already setting up shop in Kenya. It will be a matter of time before Kenyan businesses can list their products on Amazon, and Kenyan consumers will start buying from Kenyan merchants on Amazon. You need a Pokea Store account because we have partnered with approved partners globally on Amazon, and it is a very simple thing. The products will all be listed as well on Amazon once you set it up. If you already have an existing website, Pokea Store can connect directly, and I'll show you an example if you just allow me. We've done this for other clients who have their own website. Let me just show you. This is an example of a client who has the Pokea Store and they sell fragrances. They built their website on their own and just connected the Pokea Store to their website. So you can see, for example, they sell perfumes and they've also connected this store to their Facebook page, and I'll show you that just now. Let me actually just quickly show you that. Actually, this client here as well does beauty accessories as well and has connected their Facebook store. So if you see this Facebook store here is connected on their Pokea Store, on their website, and now they're in the process of adding their Instagram. So when people go onto their Mariah's accessories on their Instagram page, you'll be able to click and buy the product directly from Instagram. They have set up their WhatsApp checkout so that if somebody wants to see the catalog on WhatsApp, you will see all that together. It's an amazing ability for you to connect everything together. Please ask as many questions as you go, because I will have a session for Q&A as well. Okay. All right. So let me just continue with that. So it's just an example of some of the clients we have who are using Pokea Store to easily and efficiently sell. And I'll explain why it is cheap and easy. It's not going to break your back. We have another client here who is doing groceries. They've got an interesting concept. They run what you call farm to fork. So they currently are doing deliveries to people. So clients make orders. Clients make orders on WhatsApp on a weekly basis. They make clients on a weekly basis, and they have a farm in Kieni, and they do deliveries to the people on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'll also demonstrate to you how they are. So this is a Pokea Store site that they are using as well. Okay. So if you already have an existing online store or a website, it's very easy to just customize and add the store. Whether it was built on Wix, whether you used WordPress, it doesn't matter. We are able to integrate that. Okay. So I mentioned other channels. So you can set up your Instagram account. You can, for example, post your products to Instagram. So when people see your Instagram post, they'll be able to just tag and check out right from Instagram without having to go to your website and buy immediately. You can connect your Facebook Messenger, as I mentioned earlier, and people will you'll be able to chat with your customers real time. You can make a personal connection and remain in touch. Okay. Fulfillment. You can set up multiple delivery mechanisms. And for purposes of this demonstration, I set up a number of them. So you can create deliveries based on zones. So if you say they are based in Westlands and you want to deliver in Langata, okay, you can set up a zone 2, say Langata. If you're in Riverside or Westlands and you're doing deliveries nearby, you can set up that and charge different rates based on that. If you have a pickup or you have a CBD pickup for whatever products you're selling, for example, you can do what you call self-pickup. So you just describe where the people will pick up the products, and it will be there on the checkout element. All right. So there's that delivery. So you can add as many delivery mechanisms and as many different pickup sites. So you can add, I have a pickup site in CBD, I have a pickup site in Westlands, I have a pickup site on Mombasa Road. So you can you can add all your different pickup zones, and the person can decide where they want to pick up the product if you've got multiple pickup areas. Great. I want to do now an actual demonstration of how to set up, for example, a product. Just one product, very easy, just to show you. So let me add a new product on let's do a role play and assume I am Pokea Online. I've got a Pokea demo online store. So let's say I'm selling phones, okay? Let's say I do the Galaxy Gold, okay? I add the images, the different images of everything that I'm selling, just taking an example. I add that, let's call that Samsung Galaxy Fold 3, just for illustration purposes. I can say Samsung phone. Very important for you to give a good description so that you entice your buyers, for example. Okay, you put, let's say the price of the product is 10 shillings, okay, and you want it to be on sale. So it's very simple. You will come here to manage pricing option. Say you want to evidence that it is a 50% sale. So you just put the price as 20, okay. You can also do what you call bulk discount pricing. So if you buy, say, 3 phones, instead of buying each phone at 10 bob, meaning you pay 30 bob, you can say each phone will be 7 bob. Okay. All right. You can also manage your stock on this product. So let's say I have the phone, 5 of these phones, and I want to be notified that when I'm low on stock, let's say I only have 1 phone left, I have that. What if you want to add options? Maybe you have this phone in different colors. Okay? You come here to your options and say, you call the option name color. You can do options. So you add a value. Say, I want this phone in bronze. You have the phone in bronze. You have the phone in black. You have the phone in gray, for example. Okay. You now just save the product. And before you publish it, you can even preview how the product would look on the store. So you can see I have the product here at 10 shillings. It's on sale. Bulk quantities. I can choose whether the phone is in black, gray, and that. And it shows buy more, save more. If you buy 3, you get it that, which is a 30% off. You can also add this product as a favorite and come back to later. Your customers can also log in to your store and become your customers, and they can, if they are frequent buyers, they will just maintain an account with you, and all this is available for you. So if you, sorry, still on that. Okay, sorry. There are very many videos that we've done on our YouTube. So you can see an example of a bakery. You can see an example of the app, which I will just run the video. So just search for Pokea Pay YouTube. We are still adding the videos of different tutorials, how to add products and that. So just for today, because this is our first session, I don't want to take too much of the time. So let's look at how the product looks on the store. So this is the demo store. As I showed you, we have different products. So this was an example of the product. Sorry, this was added that earlier. Sorry, just a minute. Let me just refresh the page. Here it is. So this is how your client would see it on the store. Bronze, that they can add to bag, and they can add maybe more. So they say 2 and say they want to buy 3 so that they enjoy that discount. You can set up a checkout. So let me just use my email address and to check out. Remember I mentioned that you have the ability to set up multiple, either I can pick up the phone from the store, from wherever you pick up, or you can deliver it. So it allows you to do that. So let's take that delivery location. Now on this product, let me just show you something. So under shipping, you can set up specific ways that this product can be done. Let's say you only want this to be picked up only, and you're not doing deliveries for this product. Okay, you just add that, and when I refresh, let me just go back to the store. Sorry, and just remove this. If you only want this product to be picked up from your site, okay, and the person checks out, they will only see the pickup. So where do you pick this up? I pick it up at 13th floor, 1 Padmore Place. This is actually where Pokea Pay's offices are. Delivery hours, our business hours are between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Please call this when you're ready to collect. Please give that. So you can even configure that the person can pick up the product at a certain time on a certain day. So that, and I want to come and pick it up at 1:30. So Pokea Store allows you to configure however you want your product to be done. Let's look at an example of a food delivery. So let's just come to the store. So I had done one of a cheeseburger. Okay. So this is an example of a cheeseburger. So you can add, say you don't want the cheeseburger, you want to add fries with that, and you can have this product descriptions, and you add different pictures on that, add it to the bag. You go to checkout. Let me remove the phone. Okay. Put in my email address for checkout. The reason why it's important for you to capture email addresses of your customer is the Pokea Store sends emails based on where the order is. So let's take, for example, I am going to deliver this product, and I'm going to do delivery method is that Nairobi, and I pay on delivery. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard and see where that order is as a merchant. Okay, you will come here to catalog, to my sales, and you'll see orders. You'll see your order here as awaiting payment and awaiting processing. This is the cheeseburger that your client ordered. So once the client makes the payment, you can amend the status of the product to paid. You can also amend it that the product is now out for delivery. Once the product is delivered, you just amend the status as delivered. If for whatever reason there are returns on the product, you can also amend the order to that. So it gives you so much flexibility around managing orders offline and online. Okay. And here you will see all your customers. So you can see Kevin bought this, is interested in getting promotional emails or not. He's bought 12 orders. Of course, I've just been doing demos as well. And this to-do list shows you where the status of certain orders. So you have an order here that has been bought but hasn't been shipped. So you can say once it's shipped, it delivers. You come to your dashboard, you can see one order is in the fulfillment process, so that whatever it is you're delivering, it's very easy for people to process. So let's say it's now out for delivery, you come to your dashboard. All this from one simple point. Okay, I see we have 5 more minutes, so allow me to just show you a demonstration of how to sell the product on the app. So I'll just run this video.
Welcome to Pokea Store, product by Pokea Pay. Today we'll show you how to use the Pokea Store app. So once you download and open the app, the landing page will request you either to scan a QR and log in or enter your email and password. This is the same email and password you use when you're logging into your store. So we'll just log in.
This app is available both on Android and Apple as well.
And once the dashboard opens up, you have a list of what we call your to-do list and your dashboard today. It also comes with an element of reporting, which gives you ability to see your revenues, how your clients are selling, how many visitors you have on the site. So this first section just basically leads you to your own store online. This second section covers your reports. You can get a bit more detail, number of visitors, how many product views, how many orders have been placed, your revenue, basically your sales funnel, which really gives you insights into conversion statistics. So for example, 21% of your visitors have a conversion ratio. Of course, this allows you to also modify based on the time. The other section is your to-do list. These are essentially people who pay, require shipment, or say for example had started trying to make a payment or trying to check out but abandoned their cart. So this also gives you that element. So that's your dashboard. So for example, when your to-do list, you will see that there's an order that's been paid and is waiting for processing. The next tab is your orders. This is all the orders outstanding. Paid, delivered, processing. This is a list of all your products. This shows you what is in stock, what's in post. Okay. This is a tab where you can create discount. So for example, if you're running a campaign, a discount campaign, Mother's Day, whatever you're selling, Christmas, you can issue some discount on the clients can keep those. This is basically your settings page, which just shows out your payments, how you set up sales channels, like various customers and your cards. So let's take an example of an offline sale. So if you have a client who's come in, you can have list. It is on your list. Orders, orders, hit an order, add product. Let's take, for example, you're a restaurant and you're taking a phone order, and you come here, somebody has ordered one page, and you charge. So if it's really you would use a cash option because you would just take cash and give them their pizza. If you're doing a delivery and this is an offline order, you just click that as an unpaid item. Okay, and then the order would have been placed. Now you'd be awaiting payment and delivery. Once the client has made the payment, you can click there as paid. Stated the product will now update as paid. Now, when it's been processed, you can click that. The status will update as processing. You can also add notes to your staff in case there are any specific client requirements. Once a client has paid, you have the option here of indicating M-Pesa reference. You also have the ability to update the client details. And finally, just key in the country. This helps you build your customer database contacts as well. Okay, put in the telephone number, and you've updated the client's order with their client details. You have your M-Pesa reference. You can now proceed to do the delivery. If once your delivery has been done, you can click that delivered, and the status of the order will update to deliver. Okay. You can now forward a copy of that payment delivery via PDF to the client. You can share that via PDF as well. Okay. Alternatively, you can share this or print out or share the copy a link to the clipboard, and the client can get that whether via WhatsApp or either way. Okay. And that's it.
Great. So that's just an example. That's just an example of how you can use the app on the go. So wherever you are, if you're employed and you need to manage orders from your desk, you can create manual orders. You can see orders coming in. People have already paid on your, or if people have already made orders on your site, or you can even assign, put the app for a salesperson at the physical shop, and also take in-store orders as well. So it gives you, I call the app a mobile POS, because you can do sales on-premise, off-premise, offline, collect money, collect physical cash, collect digital payments as well. We are slightly 3 minutes over time. If you would like, I can quickly just share one last video on just another sample example of a bakery that we've done. Just a minute.
With bakeries comes a lot of customization.
Just start again.
All right. Let's welcome to today's series on Pokea Store demonstration. Today we'll be looking at bakery example. So of course, with bakeries there comes a lot of customization with regards to cake orders, or whether it's cupcakes, designs, and messages. So let's look at that from what Pokea Store can deliver. So in this scenario, we'll just take a red velvet sample cake. Okay, so in this scenario, we are looking at a red velvet cake that is got just two simple pictures that I picked up. Has a list price of say 13 shillings. So with the Pokea Store option, you have the ability to customize as the client is making the order. So for example, I can take a 6-inch cake, and I can have options on whether I want frosting, or leave it plain, round on the edge, over the top. So let's, for example, I decide to choose frosting around the edge. I have the option of adding a cake, adding a message with the cake or not. So there's a price adjustment, so you can see it will be 10 bob without a message if you want to leave it plain. Let's say we want a message, so we can just say happy birthday. Okay. And if you want to have decoration, so for example, you want maybe a flower, maybe I also want extra chocolate flakes, that's possible. Then say I want it to be delivered on the 12th. You have those options. So you can see with the Pokea Store, you're able to choose size, design, whether you want to add frosting, whether you want to add messages or not, and whether you want to add decorations. You can also include at the delivery date. So in this case, we just do that. We do a checkout. And you can see the store. So we have size 6, frosting rounded on the edge. And that's the cake message. Yes, what's the message on the cake? Happy birthday, Bob. Decorations are going to flowers, extra chocolate cake, and delivery date is on July 12th. So my total order including delivery comes to 300. Example, and as shown in our earlier sessions, we do have 2 options. You can deliver to the location, or in case I would like to pick up the cake myself, I have that option. The guest that gives you that option, so you can get the billing address and then proceed to check out on that. So as I mentioned earlier, Pokea Store gives you multiple delivery options. So let's take, for example, the cake was a high value cake. You could offer free deliveries, or you could also do zonal deliveries. So you could say maybe Westlands is an additional 5 bob for this sample chase, and then you can say again choose a cake delivery. So you have multiple ways of setting that up, and including even the time of the day you want. So we could say that, okay, and then continue. You know, depending on how you do it, it's maybe you do deposits, maybe the person has to make a deposit. You can configure that 50% or 20% or whatever deposit you want, and the person can do that, and then you simply place the order. Okay, so that's the big advantage with Pokea Store, especially for people who pay. It allows you to get as much customization as possible with regards to pay. That's all, and thank you. Have a good day.
All right. So we come to the end of our demonstration of how easy it is to sell online. One of the things we do also at Pokea is if you would like to get in touch, my email address is kevin@pokeapay.com. We also have sessions where we help people set up their stores. So have no fear. If you would like to engage further, we just drop me an email. We also have a WhatsApp for business line, which is +254 777 790 990. Just drop me a quick WhatsApp. We can set up whether it is a Zoom, whether it is a WhatsApp call, to understand your personal specific. Because of time, I didn't demonstrate. A service, but if you go to the Pokea Pay YouTube page, we will be uploading an example of a service setup. We will continually upload content just to help you and ease. Just to reiterate, we have 3 plans, and I'll just put that on screen. So we have, let me just share my screen. In conclusion, so we have four plans. One is the free plan, which is free forever. It's not 30 days or 15 days. If you have got a simple business, it allows you 10 products, and it's free. You can connect your Facebook page. You can do advertising. You can get an app, and it allows you 10 products. Then we have the second plan, which is Bizna plan, which is 2,499. But if you pay for the annual, it comes to about 30% saving. It's at 2,499. You can visit pokeastore.pokeapay.com just to get everything you need about the Pokea Store. So if you have got an additional time, just go through the website. We'll show you everything that the store can do, managing, marketing, selling across the different plans, and then you can also see the pricing. If you're ready to sign up, I would recommend just first start with the free store. Get comfortable with the look and feel. I will be hosting every week different touch points around the store so that your journey to using Pokea Store is easy and well. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for making time. Please spread the word. Selling online should not be hard. Pokea Store has everything you need to start selling online, and I'm really passionate to see small businesses, especially in light of COVID and what is happening. We need to make things easy for us to grow our client base, to grow our business, and to increase our penetration. There have been, I just want to see if there are any other questions. I just want to do the last poll. Just a minute. Not sure why my video is not showing. There we go. Stanley, you had put your hand up. Maybe I've allowed you to use your mic, so maybe you can ask a question. If there are no questions, I would like to close today's webinar. Thank you all again for making time out. Again, my email address is kevin@pokeapay.com. You can WhatsApp us on +254 777 790 990. You can visit our website, that is pokeastore.pokeapay.com. Have a look at it, sign up for a free account, and let's get selling online without issues. Thank you, and have a good evening, and keep safe.